Told you they were going to file a writ of certiorari last night. What's up, Wolverines, and welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's show, I want to thank our sponsor, Bearco Training. Bearco Training is a place that I trust to get information. Sometimes we can't get to the range. Sometimes we just need to refresh. And Bearco Training has an online training program that helps new beginners learn not only firearms rules, but also the laws surrounding firearms. And I think we all need a refresher on that, even though we don't agree with most of the laws anyway. But it is use of force stuff and stuff like that, which is really good to know.
The gun out, but the gun's not pointed down. And this sets it up in a way that when it's aiming higher than ours, it's also consistent with the whole.
And now by using Crump 10, you can get 10% off the training program, which I highly recommend. I went through it myself and I cannot recommend it enough. Click in the link down below in the description. You can take the training class, which is incredible. I went through it. I loved it. And I think you will too. All right, guys, late last night, the federal government, specifically the Department of Justice, filed a writ of certiorari challenging the ruling of the Fifth Circuit and the bump stock case, better known as Cargill versus Garland. The case will now be known as Garland versus Cargill in the Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court grants cert, which I'm sure that they will, cannot be 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that they will, it will settle a circuit split between the circuits. If you don't know, the circuit in DC and the 10th Circuit ruled that bump stocks are machine guns, and the ATF was right. The 5th Circuit ruled that they are not, and the 6th Circuit split with an 8-8 split, which means that the decision went down to the district court, which ruled that they were machine guns. Basically, Cargill is claiming that the ATF violated the APA, the Administrative Procedures Act, when they redefined bump stocks as machine guns. And the writ of certiorari, the ATF does admit that they did originally say that bump stocks were not machine guns, but they have the right to reinterpret anything that they want, and they just made a mistake. They actually referenced the Atkins accelerator, which was like a bump stock-like device that had springs on it. In 2002, that was ruled not to be a machine gun, but then in 2006, the ATF changed a single pull of the trigger to a single function of the trigger, basically stating that they reinterpreted the law as they are allowed to, which I think is BS. Laws are not supposed to be living, breathing things. They're not supposed to be malleable. They are supposed to be set in stone. The Justice Department and the ATF do not have the abilities to make laws. The Constitution says Congress has the ability to make laws. And I think the ATF is overstepping their boundaries by making these laws. And I know you're saying that, hey, John, it's the NFA. I know it's the NFA. The NFA is unconstitutional. But they are changing the meaning of the NFA to fit their agenda, which is not a good thing. If Cargill is successful, this has a chance to take down all other ATF rules that they have created, such as the frames and receivers rule and the pistol brace stabilizing device rule. And if we don't stop them here, I can see the ATF changing other rules to include other devices that Biden doesn't like and wants to see go away. And what they will do is just use the ATF's power to regulate to change the rules to ban those items without actually going through Congress. It is an end around. Remember, Congress decided not to take the bump stocks as somebody wanted them to do, but the ATF did. That's the only reason that the ATF banned bump stocks, is because Congress refused to act, which is their right to do. There is a separation of power, and Congress is in the legislative branch. The ATF falls under the executive branch. And there is a separation of powers for a reason. It's so that one wing of the government does not get too powerful. And we're seeing that happen right now with ATF laws. And I do call them laws because they are de facto laws. All right, guys, that is it for today. If you want to know more about different things surrounding the 2A, go ahead, subscribe to my channel. This is John Crump News, where we talk about 2A things every day, almost every day. And my name is John Crump. All right, guys, thank you so much for Bear Co Training for sponsoring this video. By clicking on that link, you help out the channel and you help me make content. All right, guys, be ever vigilant, be ever free, stay in the fight. I'm out of here. Wolverine's mother.